So Aldous and Pierce are out, and they have brought the box, and they pry it open, and there's a coffin that opens. And after a procession of dancers, it is the debut of Danhausen. Hopefully they can get this song out. It will do very well. The crowd reacted. They reacted. It was very catchy song.
Did they react?
When he first walked out, they did. And then they walked out, and he passes over the cup of teeth to Michael Cole. And then he enters the ring, and the lights go out. And the crowd, it felt like this crowd was believing, okay, now a bigger surprise is coming. And then when the lights came up and he was just gone, Michael Cole summarized it very well. Wade, what the hell was that?
Well, even before the lights went out, I thought you could hear the boos pretty audibly. Like, I felt this was a crowd that wasn't just maybe confused by the segment, which is maybe what the announcers were sort of like steering us towards. This was outright rejection of this. And we talked about this. If it was anybody under the level of surprise of a Chris Jericho, which is, I think at this point, what, like, you know, a lot of people probably got their hopes up for, this was going to fail, you know. And I like Danhausen a lot, but even I was surprised that they would go to these lengths to promote a guy who really was not a star in AEW. I don't even think he's that as well known as a powerhouse Hobbs, you know. And so Chicago, you would expect maybe to have like one of the better sort of like chances of reacting.
Yeah,
to
I
this
did
guy's
too.
A star.
It's not like this got some. This didn't even get like. Again, we walked out like I thought it was like a decent reaction he got, but this was not like the big surprise pop. I mean, this was very similar to Powerhouse Hobbs last month.
Oh, this is worse than that. Like they didn't reject Hobbs. They might have been apathetic. This was like outright rejection, like with via boos. And I think they overestimated perhaps like Danhausen's popularity. And it's a disservice to him because, you know, if promoted perhaps in a more sort of like subtle way than what this was, weeks and weeks of build, you know, getting people's expectations up, I feel like he might have had a better chance of, you know, being well ingrained. And I think there's still a good chance that he could still be successful. They just have to probably adjust.
Are you optimistic that you could see him having like finding a comedic role that works in this company? Because
yeah, I do. Because I think he's got a very attractive shtick. It just has to be introduced to an audience. I think he'll get over. But this was too much, too big of an entrance for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm sure there's going to be a novelty to him, at least immediately. Like if they had done, like to me, the Wyatt family is not a direct comparison to this character, but it's in the same realm. And if that had been a big success, I'd be more open-minded to what they have in store for Danhausen, but there's a part of me that thinks in 6 months this guy's going to be telling me how to watch these events on my phone.
That is the destiny, yeah. For a guy like him, I would even say like I don't know, like you're sort of giving heavy guys like even a Joe Hendry at one point, which maybe they're trying to change with this NXT run, but yeah, guys like that will ultimately be your next R-Truths. I feel.
Yeah, we'll see. It's night one. We'll see if they have some grand plan for him, but it was not a home run out of the gate, and they set themselves up. Like we said that the very first night, like when you have a surprise, whatever, you have to be able to meet or exceed the expectations. And when you do a surprise, you're giving your audience open season to start imagining what it could be. And Jericho's going to be the standard for a lot of people here in Chicago and at home. And that was their choice to do this as a surprise. This was not a surprise level character to deserve that treatment. February on the Post Wrestling Cafe, we continue our review of Season 2 of WWE Unreal, including a big look at Seth Rollins' fake injury, which culminated in his appearance at SummerSlam. We're going to be looking back at Shinya Hashimoto with a special career retrospective on Rewind Away, plus a review of Extreme Rules 2011, as John Cena announces to the WWE audience that Osama bin Laden has been compromised to a permanent end. We'll also take a look at New Beginning in Osaka, TNA No Surrender, and new members can take advantage of a 7-day free trial. Go to postwrestlingcafe.com and jump on board in February.